All right, Dave Pasch, thanks very much. Congratulations to the Cincinnati Bearcats. Our game here, choppy start, tied at 8, under 13 to go first half, and Arkansas's defense has been a factor so far.
Big early, and now UConn's countering with some solid defense. Throw right on the floor, almost come up with a steal, gets a little small change. Napier may be the choice. No, they give it to the rookie.
UConn on a 7-0 run. The foul on Napier. Game. UConn, their lone loss in the Bahamas against Central Florida. Inside, Olander rebounds the miss.
They're putting a lot of pressure with the runouts. This kid can stop and go with the best of them, Napier. Nope.
Oh! Banks it home, Olander.
Take it all. A little kiss by the big fella. Offensive foul. Mickelson with a shrug there on Olander. But when you run the floor, some good things happen. Maybe a little divine intervention on this smooch. When in doubt, use it. Not too bad. Different outlook defensively, don't you think, by UConn?
For sure. And they have handled the pressure much better since the opening minutes.
So many options to go to. Pretty.
High off the window, Lamb.
He's got some great floaters and from length as well.
He is their leading scorer, an 11-0 UConn run. Inside, Ricky Scott hangs and is able to get that to drop. He's got 5 early.
Great thing about Arkansas, Mike, again, they will not back off. Won't pack the tack. This is a tough-minded guy, and he gets his players to perform that way.
Olander backs it out. Drummond the screen, good look. And the freshman can't hit, but he's fouled.
How about that help, though? I love the aggressive defense. Nice slip by the big guy. Unable to finish, but pretty good delivery on the bounce.
That foul on Hunter Mickelson, his first. UConn by a deuce. Jeremy Lamb, they got to get him involved more.
Tell you, the improvement offensively by this guy with the dribble is extraordinary. Plays with a lot of confidence. I'm amazed how he can 15 feet make that floater. That time a little half hook, pretty basketball. But they've got a lot of guys who can take you off the bounce.
Now the HTC Big East SEC Challenge, UConn with a win will clinch this challenge for the Big East. 6 out of 8 for the Big East Conference. John Shambi, Bill Raftery, and a game between these two teams. Mike Anderson bringing that aggressive style, the 40 minutes of hell, and UConn with a lot of talent to counter it.
But Mike's a very confident guy, and he's an accomplished coach, no question about it. A lot of young guys coming in. They're very happy with the recruiting class for next year. But their aggressive nature, if you don't compete, they're going to run you out of the building. We've seen that at Missouri, UAB, wherever he has been. All
right, let's go one-on-one and key matchups for this game that might decide the outcome.
We mentioned the ability off the bounce. Julius is the bounce to ecstasy. Gets in the lane, nice little soft caress of the rim. But like a lot of great Arkansas players, that lane they own. Very good with the bounce and the ability to set you up. Shavaz Napier understands how to get in position, use the correct hand, the strip, plays with a lot of confidence, drills those deep jumpers. He makes that, and he puts it on the deck and gets by.
Early on, Arkansas with 16 fouls. UConn with a 2-point lead. And it starts on the defensive end for Mike Anderson's team. Bill Raftery, you dug up a statistic in terms of year in and year out.
You're ruining my image now.
They're ranked in terms of steals for Mike Anderson teams.
Number 1 at least 4 times during his coaching days. I mean, that's extraordinary. And what it does, it disrupts your flow. If you don't have kids with confidence, particularly young teams, they're going to get rattled by the way they get after you.
They're 3rd in the nation in steals so far. And the freshman at the line.
I'm sorry, John. George Blaney has been working with this stroke, and he'll take credit for that. But it is a work in progress. He has struggled from the free throw line. 34%. Looks like you in a game of horse there. Gonna get better. What a talent.
Madden right into the lane, and the rebound Waith will go to the line.
Yeah, I think Drummond got back there late and got the grab. That is unusual to get that far against UConn to the rim without any help.
I mean, Madden may have been surprised that there was no one there waiting for him. That last foul on Drummond, that's his second.
A lot of options with Arkansas, and a lot of guys who can wait. One of those guys who can put it on the deck. All of a sudden, the gamble outside costs Drummond a foul, too. He gets in here late, reaches in. And so you got to get rid of those kind of mistakes if you're going to be a contributor.
The credit Waith for picking up the offensive rebound. It is something that Arkansas is really going to have to do. They've been out-rebounded this year. Meanwhile, UConn with a big +10 rebound advantage per game.
I'm going to say on a rebound, 1-1 and a miss.
So UConn basketball as Olander gets set to inbound the ball.
And this is where it's dangerous. If UConn's able to handle it in the backcourt, they're going to get some open looks. Conversely, this team is very tough, ragging you.
Napier with Scott all over him, and Ricky Scott charged with the foul. The sophomore from Irving, Texas.
They're looking for that 5-second call, just a little tardy. And here's a little giveaway, inadvertent, but once you go down to the deck, they usually get the call. This kid's playing with a lot of confidence, isn't he, Shabazz?
Napier coming off a career-high 26 against Florida State. He averages almost 36 minutes a game. He and Lamb play a ton. I mean, Lamb's at about 39 a game.
How about the big three he stuck in that game late? And this kid has learned how to get others. And I think playing alongside Kemba Walker just raised his level of game. He understands things a little bit better, clearly, makes better decisions. The only rub I have in watching a couple of games, he bounces a little. He's so good at it that, you know, he shakes and bakes sometimes. Say, hey, move that ball. Let's get going a little bit.
Devontae Abram back in his Waith sits. Arkansas jumped out to the 8-1 lead, and UConn now on a 14-2 run. Madden jump stop in the lane, soft touch.
There's a tough lineup now to guard against with the three perimeter guys who all can beat you with the bounce and decisions.
But again, they go with the Lamb, Boatwright, Napier look.
Ooh,
oh, from
good.
Deep. Wow!
How about that for confidence? The stroke and then ready to guard.
Madden can't counter. Napier on the move. Lamb. And the rebound for B.J. Young. Arkansas the other way. Look at Young go.
Great play. Huh?
Wow.
You better finish or they're going to come right back at you. Wow, does he like to stick it?
Back and forth we go.
Nolan smiling someplace. Oh, big time aggressive rebound by both guys.
Look at Boatwright, the freshman. And he'll go to the line.
He walks in the building, they start getting excited. You better hustle. It's not all about this end of the floor. A little nylon by Deep, a guy who can just blow by you, so you better protect your ankles. And then defensively, how about that recovery? That is an extraordinary maneuver.
So here's Ryan Boatwright, who, as a senior, was co-Mr. Basketball in the state of Illinois. Roscoe Smith checking back in. He and Chasen Randall, outstanding freshman at Stanford, sharing that honor.
We had that shot of looking at Napier. Wasn't the least bit winded. as you were walking to the breakfast table, you were in heat as you approached it. And it's amazing the condition you have to be in to play at this level.
Biggest lead of the game for UConn, +7.
A lot of back screen, pops, down screen.
Madden shot block. Abram trying for the rebound. Take it away, Napier.
Just bring it to your waist. You'll never keep it.
And Lamb fills it up from 3. Timeout Arkansas. Lamb with 7. 9:06 to go first half. UConn by 10. Team number 13 Missouri will take on Villanova, and then at 9 Eastern Washington and number 16 Marquette. Missouri got a career high 31 from Marcus Denman last night in their win.
Not too bad. English as well, playing well. Chris Marquette. Darius Johnson-Odom, what a tough kid in the backcourt.
They got Jay Crowder up front. Buzz Williams year in and year out, putting together good teams.
You know, he's one of those understated guys. Just gets the job done, doesn't need all the applause and glitter. You know, watching UConn now, years ago, Dean Smith at Carolina was playing Dartmouth. They were going to hold the ball. I said, what are you going to do? It was a tournament, Christmas tournament. He said, our defense, we've got to be equipped to play all different ways and take people on what they want to do. The adjustment by Jim Calhoun to go smaller, you almost knew coming in. And the battle of wits. Mike Anderson's kids are so aggressive, you can't play real big against them. They bring you to their level.
Yeah, initially Jim Calhoun tried to go at the size, and Arkansas took advantage.
Great activity to complement their pressure, Arkansas. Good motion.
Sanchez tries the jumper. The big guy knocks it down. It's a 2.
He's got a nice touch. Here's the zone, and you would expect this because Central Florida had a little success at Florida State. Here's their match. They're comfortable playing a little 2-3 zone. Still dribble drive, get in the cracks. Oh, my
Lamb from deep. Doesn't matter.
So much for extending the D. Wow.
10 points for Jeremy Lamb, biggest lead of the game.
Another step back, he'd be in the backcourt, huh? Playing with such confidence, that kid. His length lets him deny, be aggressive on the challenge.
Wade able to rattle that home a 3. He had 20 points, a career high in their last win over Mississippi Valley State.
I think he was like 70% for the game or something like that. Field goal. That's a free throw percentage. Nice pump.
Roscoe Smith loses it out of bounds. Arkansas basketball. Our under 8 timeout, and UConn with the lead.
ESPN.
Welcome back to Jimmy V Week for Cancer Research on ESPN as we continue our commitment to the V Foundation and Jim Valvano's dream to defeat cancer. And you can log on jimmyv.org or call 1-800-4-JIMMY-V. And the most important fact, 100% of all donations go to cancer research. Prior to the game, we spoke with Jim Calhoun, a cancer survivor himself, and he talked about the inspirational message of Jim Valvano.
I think I know that speech very, very well, and quite frankly, as someone, when someone tells you you have cancer, and if you don't have that kind of attitude, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a very difficult road to hoe. When you're going through radiation, going through some of the other things that many people like myself, cancer survivors, go through, you've got to have that attitude. You know, I used to count the days down, the number of radiation treatments down, and don't give up. Don't give up. Keep going back. This is going to cure you. And that belief that Jimmy had in life and for other people, you need the exact same belief in yourself and all the people that you love.
Jim Calhoun, a wonderful story as he was able to beat cancer. And 1-800-JIMMY-V if you would like to donate.
No greater competitor than Jimmy V or Jim Calhoun either.
Abram couldn't get it to go. Ball bouncing around, and Nobles had it whacked away. Boatwright now.
Bam! Look out! Say goodnight. He fills, and the recognition. All because of the D.
The transition has been so key for UConn. A 10-0 lead in transition buckets. Another blocked shot.
I'm not sure who had that. Look at this kid.
Oh, my goodness. Ryan Boatwright.
You can't stand upright when he attacks you. Great footwork. He can spin you around like Shabazz does as well, defensively.
Another blocked shot as Scott wandered in amongst the trees.
You know, I think the earlier one Lamb got. I'm not sure. And then he ran and filled the lane.
There's Lamb with the rebound of the Abram miss.
What a cross. So you got three guys with great ability and filling the lane. Now that's what they need. He makes that. They're a different team because he's a terrific. Now you got to play him. He dumps it to the big. Olander on the money.
Largest lead of the game for the Huskies, up by 14. And after scuffling early on, Arkansas jumped out to the 8-1 lead. UConn has really settled down, and they're led by Jeremy Lamb.
There's nothing prettier than a Lamb on the run. And this guy on both ends of the floor is extraordinary. Has a great feel. His ability in the open floor we've seen on numerous occasions, but getting the puppies organized and drilling from deep. Defensively, he's had some good blocks. Nice feel. Get it to the guy who can stick it in. Hang on to the chandeliers. Woo. Did he bring it all?
The Lamb was such a huge key for their run through the Big East tournament and through the NCAA tournament. You know, Bill, you look back at the national title, to win those 11 in a row in that setting, Big East tourney, NCAA tourney, amazing.
Just an incredible run. I mean, no one ever expected 9-9 in the Big East. That just defensively, they got so much better. And of course, Kemba put them on their shoulder, and others just bought in. And Kemba started actually calling some plays with Jimmy. Oh, goodness, not good handle here.
Daniels, the steal, couldn't convert.
One dribble more. Went up a little early.
Good feed inside as Nobles finds Young.
Just a quick Jimmy V story, if I may. You know, late in his life, John Saunders and I were up in Bristol for something in the studio, and he was there with his wife Pam and another couple who were traveling with him. We were in the hotel, and he is not well. He went 2.5 hours stand-up comedy for us. I mean, you would never know anything. His thirst for life, and the family's carrying it on. Nick down there and Carrie and all the people that work there doing just a great job, hopefully to save a lot of lives.
Well, an amazing spirit that he had, and you know, we replay that speech, and it certainly comes through. But I think that, you know, the people that knew him throughout his career and his life before coaching always talk about that spirit.
Everybody around him had a thirst for life. He made you. Got to get a good one right now if you're Arkansas. Get yourself back in and get your legs a little.
In and out for Sanchez, and a fight for the loose ball. Abram and Oriaki, that got nasty.
It did, and you know, this is one of those, I don't think they're going to call anything, but because no one let go of the basketball. But in football, when they blow the whistle, isn't that sort of the end of the play? In some cases. All right, watch this at the end of this. Nobody's giving up on this one. We're going to take a look at the monitor, I think. That's just a guess. Or the refs are a meeting of the mind. That usually happens in a neighborhood where there is only one ball.
Right.
You know, you're vying to see who takes it home and has it early the next morning.
One ball, no whistle.
Well, you better be pretty tough in any neighborhood. Jimmy Burr? I think Jimmy likes it. Gets a little time on camera.
Well played by you, Karnak, predicting that they go to the monitor.
I always say when you get Jimmy looking at the monitor, it's his best side. Aggressive pursuit. And really nobody, this is a macho kind of a deal. I don't think there was any malintent to you.
No, I would say it was simply a I hung on to it last type of thing.
No arms, no elbows, no fists.
Yeah, and the arms got locked up as well, was part of what happened.
Jump ball, that's good call. That was quick. Little punishment inflicted as well. Abram ends up on the deck.
And those are two big guys. You got Oriaki at 6'9", 240. Abram at 6'8", 255. Possession arrow favored the Razorbacks, down by a dozen.
There's such great length on the perimeter defensively. Makes it tough to pass the ball around. Tough shot.
Way off for Wade, and Napier comes down with it.
What a nice look.
Daniels, what a great pass.
Isn't that gorgeous? Proper trajectory, run under it. Guy can take it right to the tin. Napier on the money.
Kendall Marshall passes up ahead as well as anyone, but that was pretty good.
Look at him give it up. Napier not afraid to pass ahead, and that's more like it.
Young, and he couldn't finish, but he'll go to the line.
Pretty good job by Daniels helping out, but the little guy with some magic in his game. He runs the club. It all stems from him. Give it up early. Let Daniels finish. Solid play by Chavez.
All right, Ryan, thanks very much. And a reminder, coming up on Tuesday night, it's the Jimmy V Women's Classic featuring last year's defending national champ taking on a perennial powerhouse as Texas A&M will go up against number 2 UConn. And Gino Auriemma's group, of course, year in and year out, one of the top women's basketball teams in the nation.
Incredible what he's been able to do. A Philly guy, cheesesteak, a little beverage on occasion. George Miney was telling me the other day they want to get into things fast, be smart, involve the bigs, and run the offense was the big thing he felt Jimmy wanted to do. Cross screen, a little Merkers play.
Smith, and the pass stolen away by Young. Slashes through, and he's fouled. Nice read by Young, wasn't it? Off ball, very aware, played the passing lane. Foul on Lamb, his second. They're very promising youngster, looking for a big quick. It's up and down the floor here, not afraid to challenge. B.J. Young, one of 4 freshmen for Mike Anderson. Young, a guy who is perfect for Mike Anderson's style, up and down style with all the pressure. Young, a freshman from St. Louis. It's a real challenge to play it and be efficient, and Mike's teams get to do it extremely well. They are in the attack mode generally when they beat pressure. Too tough with the bounce. Great look to big Alex Oriaki. How did he get that in there? We had a direct angle just far enough away. What an entry pass. Oh, he could fill a lot of boats at the point position with his feel for the game. It's just amazing how he's able to get it in there. Gorgeous, and the rest rather simple for the big fella. Perfect spot for Oriaki, who's played well so far today. Well, what you can lead guys to the bigs if you're UConn too. Great protection. Oriaki about tough jack. B.J. Young. Young and Boatwright actually played together in a couple of high school All-American games. Boatwright from Illinois and Young from Missouri, as we mentioned.
Got to make a decision. Got a little too, thought he could handle every trap. You got to make a quick decision. Split it, give it to the slip man. And right here, just get those puppies organized. And a good challenge, just a better shot. That was deep, under duress.
Young again. And the freshman's starting to feel it. Lead down to 7.
Sort of typical of Mike's teams, though, right? Well, they just don't pack it.
It's interesting to watch UConn offensively without Lamb.
Nice block.
Oriaki tracks it down. Giffey rolls it home. Niels Giffey.
Solid player, can shoot it outside a little bit. Occasionally bites you with the 3. Knows how to play. They lose interest once in a while, UConn. And they get that run going, and that's when Jimmy jacks guys in and out. Make sure you keep that flow. Aggressive play.
Young, a little hesitation. Wouldn't go off the window. Abram will go to the line.
Get fight there with the little small change. It is interesting that the lack of bigs and physical players. That's why Abrams stands out for Arkansas.
Again, we mentioned Marshawn Powell, who was their leading scorer this year and leading returning rebounder, and a guy that was going to be one of the better players in the SEC, and that blowing out his knee in practice, and that really hurts Mike Anderson.
I saw Jimmy Dykes in Maui, by the way, while you were where, in Puerto Rico?
I was.
No sun in Puerto Rico, huh?
No.
You didn't have time. All the games you did, but Jimmy was saying what a blow it was to lose steps on the rebound. Marshawn Powell, he thought it was just a great addition, great compliment to the style. Preseason, second team, what a shame.
And again, some size that they need. They've been out-rebounded on the season. There's Oriaki. Say Young is quick with the basketball.
That's what they say. It's up and down.
Scott goes baseline. Olander, big rebound.
And an injury.
Ricky Scott got whacked in the head.
Of course, the fans think it's one way to stop a fast break. The New Englanders, the kind souls that they are, turn it on it. A little penetration. He got whacked by his own teammate as well. Mickelson got a piece of him.
That was Hunter Mickelson, the freshman, who got him.
A lot of ways to stop fast breaks. I never thought of that one.
The Academy Award winner?
No, I think it was legit.
Yeah, no, it was legit, but you talking about doing that, yeah.
Little box set, same play. Numbers.
Here's the freshman. Mickelson, he's a guy they think has a chance to be special.
He's very athletic, coordinated, and they think he could be the real deal in that low post area. All a learning process. One thing they can count on is defense. Get some offense, they'll be tough.
Arkansas an 11-4 run. Tuesday night, Jimmy V weekends with a college basketball doubleheader on ESPN. 7 Eastern, number 13, Missouri, led by Marcus Denman, averaging over 20 points a game. He'll take on Villanova. And then 9 Eastern, it's Washington and number 16, Marquette. The Jimmy V Classic presented by Corona Extra on ESPN, also available in spectacular 3D Tuesday night.
Again, the ability to hang tough and compete by Arkansas. UConn not the same kind of flow. Big thing is you don't want to give up fast breaks there at UConn. That gets it going in this building and up at Stores.
Jim Calhoun's team, 10 turnovers. It's led to 13 Arkansas points. So it's been a big reason why Arkansas has been able to hang around.
Well, they've been able to negate spurts, UConn. That's the one thing against Arkansas. They get the juices flowing. Steal, score.
Block under 10. Boatwright with the basketball.
Contain, that's the key.
Fade away for the freshman. Air ball. And UConn will take a 7-point lead to the half. Now Jim Calhoun's team doing it defensively. 6 blocks, forcing 8 turnovers in a transition game for the Huskies, has led them to a 39-32 halftime lead. Time now to send it back to the studio, our UPS halftime report, and we hand it over now to Ryan Burr. Welcome to the HTC Big East SEC Challenge and the Jimmy V Week for Cancer Research on ESPN as we continue our commitment to the V Foundation and Jim Valvano's dream to defeat cancer. We get ready for second half play. Number 10 UConn leading Arkansas by 7. The HTC Big East SEC Challenge tote board, and the Big East has won 6 out of 8. UConn can clinch it with a win. Hi, everybody. John Shambi, Bill Raftery. An interesting first half. Arkansas jumped out to an 8-1 lead, and back and forth they go, but Mike Anderson's team hung around.
They really did. The one misfortune they had was giving up so many fast breaks, but that's attributable to the shot blocking and run-out ability of UConn. But they compete, and once in a while UConn loses a little interest and doesn't concentrate.
All right, let's get into some Reese's. Our Reese's perfect play as we take a look, and lots of those in the first half.
Well, Reese's Pieces, as they say, and the little guy who loves the dagger, the ability of Napier, and just a wonderful block at the other end, and the ability to get back and counter and ready to go. They love to push it. He's the catalyst. He's learned how to run a team. His judgment prevails. They're pretty good.
Shabazz Napier, 4 assists, just 1 turnover, and Connecticut shooting 52% from the floor, and that has a lot to do with getting out in transition. 12 fast break points. Bill, one other thing, we mentioned Alex Oriaki talking about lack of playing time. He got 17 first half minutes, so he's been a factor in a smaller UConn lineup.
What do you think the hard tooth current was read by Coach Calhoun? Is that what you're referring here?
Just touching on.
I don't know if it has anything to do with it, but if you play hard and well, you'll get the minutes like this guy deserves. Nice knockdown. Lamb.
Jeremy Lamb, he looked at it certainly as a chance to be a first-team All-America this year. Will be in the discussion.
Nice stance by Drummond. Look at him come over to help out, too. That's what I love about this kid. Always sniffing around. Didn't get it, but alters.
And it ended up in the hands of Lamb. Here's Boatwright. He looked good in the first half and continues his solid play. He's got 10.
And that was not Razorback basketball. They did not identify, get out, and contest.
Mardrakus Wade is fouled. He'll go to the line.
It's amazing when you can have 2 point guards, the 2 mentalities. They can make plays or fill it. You can just see right here, everybody recoils, gets back on the break, and unfortunately does not identify and get out.
Arkansas, the first half, just 3 of 8 from the line. As Niels Giffey checks into the game, Lamb will sit.
I think the big thing for Arkansas is to get better on offense, because you know they've got that diet on the defensive end. Always full throttle, aggressive.
Shot blocked, but they get the foul underneath. Giffey went down hard on his tailbone.
Yeah, he was hurt. Felt it right away. Nice aggressive maneuver. Like to see that in his game. I think he deferred a lot last year. And now a little more aggressive, and right here gets the benefit of the call. And also a sore little tushy. Something that you wouldn't have any problem with.
Foul on Ulysses Nobles, his second. Now Giffey last year, he played in every game. I mean, he played in all 41 for them last year. Averaging a couple so far this season as Lamb sits with the 3 fouls.
Well, Jimmy Calhoun's got some weapons. I mean, he can teach some lessons by having him sit next to him. Giffey, pretty good job with the stance and control.
This is B.J. Young Almost lost it.
But look at the activity defensively.
Abram went right hand, fight for the loose ball. Abram ends up with it, slapped away.
Good hustle. Good five. Very active under there, because when you got the big fella Drummond, and beware. Pretty unselfish there.
Olander, the ball fake, and was looking for Drummond.
They can really shake, can't they, the guards?
All of them. Drummond missed everything there.
Nice play.
What good hands by Napier. So you talk about the style, the 40 minutes of hell that Mike Anderson is trying to reinvigorate this program with. But I mean, UConn's a team that'll get after you defensively and get up and down too.
Well, that's when they're good. And when you say 40 minutes of hell, I thought you meant working with me. I wasn't sure what you exactly meant. But they're good when they guard. I mean, they did that all of the end of the year. They've stepped it up for moments and trips. Got to do it continually.
I'm not going to weigh in on that one, but McDonough and Billis may have some comments on the Arkansas style.
They bring me down a notch on the road, let me tell you. A little kiss.
Olander tracks it down. It's interesting to watch with Boatwright in the game and how both he and Napier will handle indirect.
And he'll defer a little bit, but they both can play off the ball as they do here with their stack set. Nice look. Pretty.
Drummond has found great look by Napier.
That was beautiful basketball. Out of the Red Holzman school. Moved the ball, hit the open man. A lot of guys passed up opportunities. Nice little set here out of the stack, the extra pass. And then the big guy, looming large, everything but.
Andre Drummond was rated the #2 overall recruit in our ESPNU Top 100. Only Anthony Davis of Kentucky rated higher, and the Wildcats with a win at home by a point over UNC today.
Well, he is special. Watching those All-Star games last year, the high school All-Star games, what he could do, having grown, what, those 6 or 7 inches in high school, very accomplished.
At UNC, a couple of losses early. The one last weekend to Vegas, and today against a tough Kentucky team.
What did Jim Calhoun say? The ones here aren't as important early. Nice little pass, Sanchez. Good feel for the game, the big guy. But Jim was saying, like, you learn from those. You hate to lose them, but it's tough to evaluate a team this early.
Drummond shot contested, rebound ripped down by Nobles.
Numbers.
Look out, B.J. Young, and he's got 15.
Well, he's got hops as well as speed. Not a bad combination. A lot of aggressive play by the white shirts on the rim, but you don't get back. You pay the price. You're canonized. Not in a religious sense. Bada bing. John, to win at this level, all hands have to be on deck. And how about the hands of both right? They are correct. Great defensive stance, able to turn you, strip you. And, of course, the run-outs, great feel. His shot selection is incredible. Able to finish, which is a key thing in college basketball. And yet, he can punish you in a lot of other ways. Organize those little toesies and drill them.
Couple of good freshmen as we take a look at who's next. Brought to you by Dodge. Not just Boatwright, but Andre Drummond. Shot blocking presence down low.
And one of my favorite guys, Paul Biancardi, the pressure causes the timeout. He's one of those evaluators who was terrific as a college assistant in that area. Loves what he's doing, and it helps everybody. Get a little insight into these kids before we get to see them at this level.
Our director of college recruiting. A reminder, Tuesday night, the Jimmy V Women's Classic features last year's defending national champ taking on a perennial powerhouse. It's #4 Texas A&M, and Tyra White going up against #2 UConn. And Bria Hartley. And help us beat cancer. It's Jimmy V Week. Our call to action, the V Foundation awards 100% of direct donations and net proceeds of events to fund cancer research. Log on jimmyv.org or call 1-800-4JIMMY-V to donate.
And Jimmy's impact when he was with us, incredible, but extraordinary that he has passed away.
Look at Boatwright and one.
And they say in that restricted area, how about that? That's the difficulty pressing this team. If they get it in, everybody to the offensive end, then terrific push and bounce, acceleration, and the straight. You can see the heels there. Jimmy Burr right on top of it. What a combo these two little guys are in the backcourt. Play together, play off the ball. Both really understand the game.
They'll be a handful to contain in the Big East this year. And you go back to the run that UConn made last year. One of the things that made them so effective is the fact that Napier could take some of the pressure off of Walker, allow him to play off the ball.
It's a nice little compliment. And then, of course, with Lamb, they've got a little point-forward mentality as well. Plus some rest. You know, Napier had to play virtually 38, 40 minutes on occasion. And now he gets a blow. Lamb gets a blow.
Nobles.
Up large. Always put pressure on you. And this is what George Blaine was alluding to. They want them to run some offense. Don't be afraid to go through it to get a good one. Nice curl.
Timeout on the court with UConn on top.
Well, elevation, a level unknown to me in my lack of a heyday, but the aggressive nature of UConn. Strong finish. A number of guys, but young, tall, and big.
UConn by 11, the HTC Big East SEC Challenge. John Shambi, Bill Raftery inside the XL Center. Arkansas, their first true road game this year, first game outside the state of Arkansas. Only loss was in Little Rock against Houston. And a turnover, Razorback basketball.
Nice job by Sanchez there. Boatwright trying to bite a little bit too much off on that lengthy delivery. Only a mistake or two away. Arkansas get right back in this. This kid is tough. Young and restless.
He's got 17 now. BJ Young.
He can get where he wants quickly. It's like your career.
And now some of that pressure from Mike Anderson's team.
Position and hands.
Oh, Boatwright, great body control.
Well, somebody should have helped out there. Wade did a nice job leading him to the bigs.
Young, he's been hot. And that's 20 for BJ Young.
A star is born, maybe, huh? They were raving about him.
And again, a very good-looking recruiting class. 4 freshmen for the Razorbacks making an impact, including Abram, Young, and Mickelson.
Got to see that.
Giffey, now Olander able to put it home.
Well, they bodied everybody under the rim, made it easier. But Giffey really hustling out here, isn't he? Playing like he wants the minutes. And he's got a tough assignment with Young. Oh, why foul when you got the big guy looming back there? Olander on the grab.
So it'll be Abram to the line. And again, Arkansas continues to hang around, second on Olander.
You know, D. Rose stopped by, the former Connecticut coach, during halftime. And his dad, Olander's dad, played for him. So A little connection there. Christine now involved with fundraising here. He asked for a check from you. I told him to send it when you get back home. Good job by Giffey.
Gave him some energy off the bench. Olander has had a good year so far. Played his high school ball in Stores. Look at Drummond getting up. Couldn't corral it. It ends up with Napier.
He's got speed, elevation, just has to learn offense, Drummond. Here's the zone. We saw a little in the first half. Should be able to pop to that post area and do some damage. And watch for the lob for Drummond.
Boatwright.
Ooh, a neck ball. That's, when you lead the country in neck balls as our team did, you are not going very far. You were destined for an early vacation. A good shooter, that generally doesn't happen. Must be a couple of pounds out of that ball to stick like that.
So you guys were recruiting players producing neck balls.
Well, we recruited guys who could slap it down to start playing, you know. Good help. Really good help.
And he still gets around to B.J. Young.
Well, he used his off arm legally and tactfully. Just a great ward off.
Good hesitation, slithering on the baseline. Olander got it.
That's what you give up, though, that little mid area when you extend on the shooters.
A Young from the floor. A rare miss. Land the board. Here comes Boatwright. Under 13 to go, second half.
No, nice hustle. Madden didn't give up on it.
Wide open Napier, and he's fouled on the floor. They get Rashad Madden.
Some pretty good numbers by this guy. Young able to do some things in the open floor. Watch the offhand now. He just curls a little. Just the elbow. Note it doesn't extend. Very clever. A little pat in the derriere to just say hello.
The freshman will take a seat. He's got 22 game high.
Oh, pretty. The empty side.
And use the rim to seal off.
How about a little lingerie on the deck by the little guy? The blow-by. Got to see that from the weak side, too, defensively.
Boatwright in just his second game of the year. 17 points. Madden off balance, and it's Napier.
Good play.
Olander rattles it home.
And that's learning as a point guard. Napier recognized the red shirts outnumbered him. Great poise, balance, and a kick.
Timeout, Arkansas. Well, right here equals the largest lead of the game for UConn. The Huskies up by 14. Break in the action here at the XL Center. Back here in Hartford, number 10, UConn leading by 14. And there is Rudy Gay, who's actually been practicing with the Huskies of late. And the reports were that he was swatting shots in practice the other day, left and right.
You know, I was in here a day early. The last time these two teams played, Rudy Gay had 28, Denham Brown had 21, and Ron Brewer. Some pretty good names when you think of it, right? 25 as UConn won 77-68. A little joy from Rudy Gay that particular day.
Madden off the bounce. And whacked out of bounds. It'll be Arkansas basketball.
Nice to be young. We're young at heart because you got a few years under me, but the ability of young people, what they, a little touch, little tush, little delivery, and how about this guy? He can fill it upright. Now, the ability of Tyler Olinger to stick this jumper becomes very important. That's a tough little shot that's really hard to perfect, but he can get to spots that can't help all over with the guard penetration. But right there against the zone, fill it up, play with some confidence. The stroke is back. Games earlier that I watched, he was short-arming shots. So all of a sudden, playing with some confidence, they're finding him, recognizing him.
He's got a career-high 12 and doing a nice job with that mid-range jumper. Rashad Madden, the freshman, out to Young.
Don't leave him.
25.
Nice shot by Madden, turns the heads.
Well, this kind of a coming out party for one of the Razorbacks' vaunted freshmen, B.J. Young. His team down 11, though, right now.
Did he have one double-double, I think, early in the year? Utah Valley, maybe?
Yep.
Yeah. So, they know out there, but the country knows now.
Boatwright launches and hits a three.
Boy, does that set up his drive game. And look at this turn. Whew, pretty good defensive stand. Boatwright.
Oh, Young again.
Oh, he just drifts beautifully. He's smiling out there. I don't blame you.
The freshman going head-to-head.
Can't guard him that close.
Had a chance in close. That one out of bounds. And it'll be Arkansas basketball. How about the freshman in this one?
Well, one of those nightmare guys, I think, is he just sets your game, puts you off balance with his ability to blow by Boatwright, then step back and make shots. And the other end, look at this beautiful drift to the open side. Just smart basketball. Everybody concentrates on the strong side, slips to the weak.
And the bump on Shabazz Napier.
Second personal foul. Team foul number 3.
UConn by 11. It's been an interesting one. Arkansas just will not go away.
Sounds familiar, right, with Mike? It's this style. Just keep playing. Napier trying to make it sure now. It's a good challenge. Made it a tough shot.
Good work by Mickelson as he was able to come up with a loose ball and lay it in.
There's some size under there. He's whatever he wants, huh? Can almost hit the clock.
So Arkansas ball after it hit the shot clock Tuesday night. Jimmy V weekends with a college basketball doubleheader on ESPN. First 7 Eastern, number 13 Missouri. Mike Anderson's former team goes up against Villanova, and then 9 Eastern, Washington and number 16 Marquette. The Jimmy V Classic presented by Corona Extra on ESPN.
And the Wildcats, a lot of young guys for Jay Wright and company. Learning on the go.
Young inside, couldn't finish amongst the tall guys.
They got to reach in. Abram involved. Good piece of officiating, calm them down. We're talking about Lamb on the break at only 19 minutes. I mean, they can really rest some people now and have them fresh. 5 of 7, 12 points.
Lamb averaging just about 39 minutes a game. So this is a stark contrast between what he's done most of the year. That last foul on Abram, that's his third.
Now, if you ask Lamb, do you think he'd rather the 38, 39 minutes or the 12?
Oh, that's a rhetorical question,
or 19,
sir.
I should say.
Yeah.
But if you can be at your optimum for those minutes, certainly a tougher route. That's where he's tough. That little curl and the float. Oh, my God. Is that pretty?
Beautiful.
Just there was a terrific gait about his game.
Lamb with 14 in those limited minutes. Mickelson trying to finish, and it's out of bounds. So Mike Anderson right now with 3 freshmen on the court.
And that was a pretty well-designed play, wasn't it? Nice open look. Avery couldn't knock it down.
Abram, good rebound to the Scott miss. Absorbs the bump and couldn't get it to go. And an offensive foul.
Going to get Nicholson the foul, I think. Pretty aggressive play under there. And then starting to mix it up and go inside.
That's number 3 on Mickelson. Team foul number 6 on Arkansas. 3 team fouls on the Huskies.
Not turning the ball over of late. UConn getting good shots. Nice dump in. Steps. I thought he walked, but they got jump ball. Those 2 again. A little dance. We had one earlier, didn't we?
That is a battle between those 2, Abram and Oriaki, here at the XL Center, and it's UConn by 11.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by the HTC Resound, the only phone with built-in Beats audio, and Infinity, luxury cars that deliver inspired performance.
Brian Burr in studio, checking in now on Gonzaga in Illinois. The Illini by 4 with the basketball. Check out Tyler Griffey. Follows up the jumper with the one-hand slam. Illinois currently leads at 60-56 over on ESPN2. Coming up next here on ESPN, Big East preseason player of the year, Ashton Gibbs and his 19 points a game. It's Pittsburgh and Tennessee coming up 5:18 here on ESPN. Guys.
Yeah, Ryan, that's a continuation of the HTC Big East SEC Challenge. It's been all Big East, winning 6 out of 8, 7 wins to clinch it, and right now, UConn headed in that direction.
How about those games last night? Oh, not a good turnover there. Jimmy's not sure who to holler at on that one.
Only the 2nd turnover of the 2nd half for UConn.
But Louisville, Vandy, and then Syracuse, Florida. Just fantastic basketball.
Peyton Siva with that great finish, slicing into the lane and the layup.
He's a gamer, even after he makes maybe improper judgment earlier, but big time finish.
Madden hangs and rolls it home. The lead down to 9 for UConn. Huskies, such a tough team to pressure, especially with Boatwright and Napier.
And throwing Lamb on the wing, too, you know. Nice play. Oh, he can make that shot, too.
Oh, Abram. That thing brought rain, and he was able to get it to drop.
Well, last game he had 13 and 6 rebounds, so they're getting an opportunity, taking advantage. He has competed on the glass against heavy odds and size.
12 points, 5 rebounds for Devontae Abram.
Wow. Well, this kid is not afraid. Napier, I mean, I'm thinking, well, run some offense. He got to 7. All right, coach, just let me ignite things.
A crossover and a step back. Scott knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Arkansas.
Well, he can get in there, too. They got some guys who can penetrate. But Shabazz, right here, you called it, his ability to get free, extricate himself, and the confidence to deliver the knockdown. He's hurt, huh?
Hobbling a little bit. As Napier will grab a seat.
Very sympathetic over there. Jim said, take a seat there. You'll be all right.
The warm embrace.
Terrific. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, they get that on Abram.
He's got to be careful. Jim Burr wisely looking the other way. Thought he got away with that one. James Doran down there looking at Shabazz. He must have got a bang. The cramp, he's back up now. He doesn't come out unless he has to.
Foul on Abram, his 4th. So 1-and-1 spot, Oriaki at the line. Just a 53% free throw shooter.
And the two big guys struggle, get a rash. Yeah. Of course, step to the line, give me some salve.
31, Michael Sanchez.
Yeah, Jimmy's got a few guards on that bench, though. Kevin Ollie, you mentioned George Blaney, Glenn Miller, Carl Hobbs. I mean, there's a lot of guys who run shows.
Well, all three of those guys were between Miller, Hobbs, and Blaney, all been head coaches.
Nice hands set up, and that's what makes this guard tandem tough. Shabazz, one guy who can turn you, boat right, quick hands, great feet, set up the hands.
Team foul number 8 on Arkansas, so another 1-and-1 spot, and it'll be Boatwright to the line. Again, this is just his second college game. Made his debut last Saturday with 14 against Florida State. Sat out the first 6, suspended by the NCAA for receiving improper benefits, and made an impact in that Florida State game. Mentioned the big free throws that he hit, and he's been huge in this one.
Talented kid. And they said it. Mr. Basketball, Mr. Basketball.
And he and Chasen Randall.
A lot of big guys wanted him, didn't they? Was it Illinois, Purdue were in the running coming down the gate?
Wade. Oh, and a shot blocked by Drummond. Boatwright to Lamb.
Going the other way.
And they wave it off.
UConn should call block shots Drummond's, because this one is a bang. I mean, that's a floorboard shaker. And down the other end, a nice run, good feed, and outside the line, and set. Coaches didn't like it. The bang banger, somebody always happy and sad.
4 fouls on Lamb. 8-point game. 5:25 to go.
Nice pass. These two weren't bad together. Mickelson and Sanchez. Sanchez open. Bolander gets another. That's number 3, I believe.
Mickelson launches.
Well, they are a terrific breakdown team.
Nice move by Mickelson, just wouldn't go.
That deep one raised a few eyebrows. That was his first, I think, 3 of the year. Look at this kid get in. 3 seconds. Oriaki thinking somebody was going to shoot it.
So he was camped out in there. Jim Calhoun a little frustrated right now. His team can't seem to pull away from Mike Anderson's group.
Now, see, Jimmy's used to getting 6 seconds at home. You only get 3. National TV.
See if they're able to find Young. He's been huge.
Some pretty good strength there. Boy, everything but, huh?
And a foul on the floor as Abram and Oriaki continue their battle underneath. They got Oriaki with that foul.
Well, they are tattooing one another, and there's no parlor here. Just amazing physical strength and some good looks on ball movement. Mentioned their ability to break down, and this has just been a rat-tat-tat affair, these two.
That is a heavyweight battle underneath.
I just think the same thing, 2 wide bodies.
Nobles. And look at Boatwright rip down the board.
Nothing here. Lucky. So that's what he's going to have to read. Fan dribble. Wait for your other guys. Well, for every time you accomplish this, you can get the coach a little rattled.
Fans wanted a foul.
He's not afraid.
The water bottle rolled onto the court, and so James Breeding said, hang on. And Rashad Madden will check in as Nobles will sit.
How about the speed out here? And the perimeter guys, put it on the deck and get to the rim.
Well, this matchup right here, Boatwright and Young, talk about speed. Napier, the step back.
Well, he can really get some space. Can he create?
And a travel on Mardrakus Wade.
That was not a shot block, but it just as well causing a turnover with the presence of the bigs.
14-point advantage for UConn. They've been getting it from all over UConn, offense and defense. Back in Hartford, the HTC Big East SEC Challenge. UConn by 14, and well, the second half, Connecticut has really asserted its will offensively, and Arkansas shooting just 29%. It's really been everybody but B.J. Young that has struggled from the floor.
Great challenge defensively, though. This is what makes this UConn team a tough out. They guard like this, you know, for stretches, longer stretches as the year progresses. That's what December's all about. November, December. Little zone look now, pop to the line.
Napier got his shot blocked. Boatwright steps in. Young corrals. Oh, and it rolled out and then tipped in.
Pretty good effort by Giffey, too, to get back. Over penetration plus UConn the last trip. Ooh.
And that one over our way.
This is what I love about Mike Anderson's team. So they're not going to go out without giving it as good a shot as they can.
Well, in this game, active hands both sides and at the broadcasting table just to make sure.
I still can't get up. I can never jump it and count it.
Under 3 to go. Arkansas down by a dozen. See where they go offensively.
Well, UConn forced them to use a little clock would be a wise move. Keep them in abeyance out top. We got away with one. Good call.
Now the Big East SEC Challenge continues. Up next, it'll be number 17 Pitt taking on Tennessee. And Jamie Dixon's team a little shorthanded right now.
They sure, Jim Woodall, that's a shame. At least he will be back from at least what we've heard. One thing about Juanzo Martin, though, they guard. They are a tough, tough-minded defensive team. Nothing will come easy. Little delay game here with the three handles. Good pressure. They're looking for a count. Number 10.
Almost picked up his pivot foot. Here's Boatwright. High floater. Wow.
Pretty. Not a bad guy to turn to.
Madden lost the handle. And Abrams shot blocked.
Well, this could be one of those lead the country in shot block years for UConn, but on the offensive end, Lamb doesn't have anything. Turn to the Rook. Whew. Cooking around that rim. Soft delivery. What do you think of Lamb? All the ins and outs. Do you think the knee might be bothering him or he's not feeling real well?
It's hard to say, but he has been up and down, in and out for a lot of the day.
It has not been his play, I don't think, at all. You know, I think he's been solid.
And Giffey charged with that foul.
Now that's a money's worth foul.
Not a nickel dimer.
No. That's one of those international releases.
Second personal foul.
So the currency exchange was good on that one.
The euro in vogue right here.
We showed you Lamb getting set to check back in. The one thing that's interesting, I haven't seen him communicating with guys consistently on the bench in terms of something's bothering me, etc. So I'm not sure what it is as far as.
Well, maybe stretching his bench, trying to give guys some opportunities in pressure situations. And he gets numbers anyhow. I mean, he doesn't need a whole lot of minutes. He will have a nice career, not only here, but in the future.
Under 90 seconds to go in this one, and Lamb handling up top. The smaller look, really the story for UConn in this one, handling the pressure.
Good Agan up the floor.
Oh, nice work. Wade lays it in. And a timeout for Mike Anderson. Timeout on the court, and we'll take it with him.
Well, Jeremy Lamb, 21 points a game. Just doing whatever he can do to help the cause here. He's fantastic distance, his ability around the rim. 25 minutes, 14 points, but the floater, magnificent. Just great composure, doesn't he? Never changes the look. Very unassuming out there.
Yeah, always seems very under control.
We could learn from him.
Gathers that one in. And Olander thought better of taking that shot.
No rush. 3 trips now, under 10 before they did anything.
Pretty great look as Napier finds Oriaki.
And good eye-hand coordination by Oriaki, too, to get vision on that real close pass. They're the toughest to handle. Look at this kid.
Young shot block. Hey, what are your thoughts on Arkansas? Picked 6th in the SEC.
Well, in terms of their year, I think they're going to have a solid. But you know you got the staple of great defense. How the others progress, Mickelson and Abram and others. And with Mike Anderson at the helm, this will be a tough out every evening. Love the way they get after people. UConn, too big, too tough, and too solid in that backcourt.
Jim Calhoun's team picks up the win. And the Big East wins the HTC Big East SEC Challenge. 7 of 9 for the boys from the Big East. 3 games remain, including coming up next, Pitt and Tennessee. 75-62 our final score. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For Bill Raftery and our entire ESPN crew, I'm John Shambi. So long from Hartford. Now we send it back to the studio and Ryan Berg.